Okay, listen, people, I need some assistance from other humans whose daily maintenance routine consists of more than just like taking a shower, getting out of the shower, putting in some anti-frizz cream, and just kind of doing this and going. Okay, so if that is you, then your assistance would be super valuable here. I have been reading a lot about the curly girl method. I don't know if you know what that is. And then I've done some extra research because apparently, like, it's not a good method for people that just have wavy hair as opposed to curly hair, so you have to like modify a lot of things. So I've been following all that to modify, right? So I've been trying. And one of the key essential steps is that you are supposed to use like a gel when you get out of the shower. And so I went to a super fancy store, by the way, to purchase my products. It was the Walmart because, you know, A, Frankfurt has limited options. B, I was going to the Walmart anyway because I wanted to buy a George Foreman grill. And C, if you know me, you know that I am all about the one-stop shopping. So anyway, so I went to the Walmart. So, you know, my options were kind of limited, right? So I'm looking at all the gels, and you've either got like one end of the spectrum, which is like the super hold, can withstand a hurricane type thing. And those are usually the options that offer like a wet look all day. And that's not really for me because A, there are no hurricanes in Kentucky, and B, I don't need to look like I got caught in a rainstorm at all times. Like, that's not a thing that I'm going for. But then you've got the other end of the spectrum, which is like the much lighter hold and like the more like touchable hair situation, which I thought was going to be a really good idea because I don't want my hair to feel like crispy, if you will. So I got two options, and I feel like here's one of them. This is the first option, right? Here you go. And so it's a level 3 of 4, which I thought was still going to be pretty good hold. And then the other one is this situation, which is a level 3 of 5, which I also thought was going to be pretty good hold for what my needs were. And that ended up not being the situation. And I think if my goal was to just like wash my hair, apply a little bit of product, scrunch it up, and then go, like these two would be perfect. But that's not the goal with this hair care method. Like, it takes a lot of time. So ideally, like, I want to do this at night and then sleep in this situation, which is what they call in the scrunch, or in the crunch. And then the next morning you scrunch out the crunch, and then you're left with like some softer wavy curly things going on that don't have frizz and are like super manageable and what your hair is like ultimately meant to be or whatever. So that's the goal. Like, that's what we're working toward. But in order to, even when I like pin it up as they recommend and make it through the night and then have it do any sort of thing that forms a shape the next morning, I need something that's got more hold than these two things. But I don't know if I'm supposed to be going to like the full extreme of the gel that can withstand a hurricane and leave you looking like you just walked out of a monsoon. But if that's what you're supposed to do, can somebody please let me know? Or if you have a suggestion for like an option that's somewhere in the middle, that's like a happy medium, please let me know that too. I'm interested to hear your recommendations. The second thing, I know there are some people using the curly girl method that I have talked to over time. I just can't remember who those people are, but I know I for sure work with one of them, so hopefully it's you and you're watching this. they recommended these fancy special clips to, like, you put them up in the roots when it's still kind of wet, and it's supposed to give you more root volume, and I feel like that's going to be a win because I love the big hair. But obviously I haven't invested in those clips yet because we had Spirit Day at school one day, and it was Decades Day, and I did the early 2000s, so I wanted to wear these little butterfly clips like from when I was in middle school, and the thing came in a pack of 100. So I've clearly got lots of them and nowhere to wear them, so I've just been shoving those in there for the volume. And I will say that has worked effectively. So my question is, did you use the fancy recommended clips? And if so, are they worth the investment? Or is it just as good for me to continue with these little butterfly clips to get some kind of use out of them, other than just that one time? Let me know what your product recommendations are as far as like a good hair gel that's going to give me some hold without holding on for dear life. And then I will keep you updated on how successfully this whole situation is going. Maybe like in tomorrow's video you'll see what it looks like in the morning when it's all a final product, and we'll see if it's good or not. Let me know.